Hello, I'm Lara Kulchasan, and this is Newsfeed, your dose of what people are talking about online.
The country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
you
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment, and you men are brave, but they had to use our military.
Yes. What about
if you didn't have our military equipment,
you invited me
if you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
It's something the world has never seen before. Well, at least not in front of the cameras. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy subjected to the most public of dressing downs during a White House meeting with US President Donald Trump. The televised clash overshadowed a minerals deal that was meant to be a step towards ending the 3-year war between Russia and Ukraine.
Pretty close. How are you? Pretty sharp.
He's all dressed up today.
Do you ever? Why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're the highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if you do. You own a suit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not
Really?
respecting the dignity of this office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Okay.
Yes, maybe. One.
Maybe something like this.
Something like
Yes,
yours,
sir.
yes.
That'd be great.
Maybe something better. I don't know.
Yeah.
We will see. Maybe something cheaper than yeah.
You didn't have
You
our
invited
military equipment.
President Trump pushes him, literally pushes him.
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military equipment, if you didn't have
You
our
invited
military equipment,
Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're doing.
I'm not
You're
dictating.
in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're
will-
going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the
bad
very
position,
beginning
and
of
he
the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a good
Brown,
position.
I
You don't
was
have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
But right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III.
what do you think
You're
about?
gambling with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And
You-
what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's
with all
backed
respect to
you
your
far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of
are you
America
talking about?
and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not
Yeah.
speaking loudly. Your country is
Can I-
in big
can I-
trouble.
can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No.
Can
You've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this.
This is incredibly messed up. You don't do this to a single person. In less than 5 minutes, that conversation went from a normal conversation to them talking about his clothes, to the downfall to you need to be grateful. You would have lost. You're losing now. Unbelievable. For J.D. Vance to just jump in and just say thank you, when Zelenskyy has thanked the American people almost every single day. And then the most disgusting thing is after it was all done, Donald Trump looked at everyone and says, well, this is going to make some great television. I don't know what got into J.D. Vance's head or Donald Trump's head when it came to this meeting. It was almost like before Zelenskyy even showed up, they already had in their mind what was going to go on and that they were just going to bully Ukraine around.
Since taking office, President Trump has met with several foreign leaders. His different treatment of them has drawn attention. He took a firm, uncompromising stance with King Abdullah II of Jordan. In contrast, he showed warmth toward Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, French President Emmanuel Macron, and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. His tone was also pretty positive with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba.
I am unable to respond to a theoretical question. That's the official answer that we have.
That's a very good answer. Very good answer. Wow. That's very good. He knows what he's doing.
I think one of the things that we can do right away is take 2,000 children that are either cancer children or in a very ill state to Jordan as quickly as possible.
So what is your point of view about the Bangladesh
relationship? In fact, I'll get that little piece of dandruff off. That little piece. We have to make him perfect. He is perfect. Am I supposed to read it right now?
Yeah, please do.
I will do.
I've got to tell him what your reaction is, so I need to know. I need to know.
After setting the tone for internet video calling 2 decades ago, Skype is shutting down in May. The technology allowed millions of users who had access to internet to connect with family and friends around the world for free in real time. It was so widely used that to Skype entered the Oxford English Dictionary. But now, users wanting to retain their accounts will have to migrate to Microsoft Teams to keep their contacts.
Shouldn't I get an earlier notice that I'm gonna get shut down? I need to be ready. Oh, Microsoft, the betrayal. Well, it's not you. It is you, Skype. You are useless. Teams, what are you doing here? I needed to tell you, they're shutting you down because they want to focus on me. But Microsoft, you bought me for $8.5 billion. Isn't that a lot of money to waste? And for 14 years, you've done a great service. You were super popular. Okay, but we need some change, and you're not the change that we need. So after all those years in service, you're gonna shut me down because of Teams? Yeah, old man, you gotta move away to make a spot for the new generation. But I was made in 2003. Yeah, that's super old, buddy. Your knees and elbows probably make the sounds, huh? Okay, I took that personally.
Providing proper education to all South African children is a major challenge for the government. More than 30 years since white minority rule ended, mostly black children in rural parts of the country go to schools where teachers, resources, and infrastructure are inadequate. The most advanced economy on the African continent often relies on private donations or assistance with school infrastructure. But the latest venture is not sitting well with the public.
South Africans are furious about what is going on in our schools. 2 posts went viral recently depicting these donations of portable desks to school children in South Africa. These desks can be folded up so that kids can bring them along with them to school. Now, although this is a very cool invention, it shows the sad reality of how the South African government has let us down. To quote what people are saying online, the Department of Education has failed to provide our children with basic facilities. Now, the next generation are forced to bring their own heavy desks along with them to school so that they can have a basic education. And this is because the government couldn't provide a basic human right. 3 million school children in South Africa who don't have a desk. And although these private donations help the situation, it reminds us of the sad reality of many of these schools.
The 97th Academy Awards will be remembered as one of the most open and unpredictable in recent history. Amidst a backdrop of controversies and impassioned voices, Hollywood once again gathered to celebrate cinematic excellence on Sunday. Here are the highlights.
The lead-up to this Oscars was anything but typical, from debates over AI in filmmaking to renewed calls for better representation. The industry was facing tough questions. Conan O'Brien took to the stage for the first time as Oscars host, bringing his signature wit to the ceremony. But not all his jokes landed. O'Brien drew groans with a joke about Emilia Perez star Carla Sofia Gascon, who was already at the center of controversy over resurfaced racist and Islamophobic social media posts.
And Carla, if you are going to tweet about the Oscars, remember, my name is Jimmy Kimmel.
The night's biggest winner? Anora. Sean Baker's film took home 5 Oscars, including Best Picture. Baker himself made history, tying Walt Disney's record for most wins in a single night, with Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Film Editing.
There's been a slight misuse of the substance.
Demi Moore was the frontrunner for Substance.
I'm fine.
But it was Honora's Mikey Madison who claimed Best Actress, becoming one of the youngest winners in the category's history. After sweeping the awards season, Adrian Brody's win for The Brutalist felt inevitable. Just like Brody, Kieran Culkin's performance in A Real Pain has dominated this award season, and the Oscars were no exception. He took home Best Supporting Actor. Despite its 13 nominations, Emilia Perez walked away with just 2 awards. Carla Sofia Gascon's past tweets and backlash over the film's lack of Mexican voices in a movie about Mexico may have cost it big. Regardless, Zoe Saldana's role earned her the Best Supporting Actress award, making her the first American of Dominican origin to win an Oscar. Paul Tazewell became the first black man to win Best Costume Design for his work on Wicked.
مسافر يطا هي المكان اللي كبرت فيه.
In the Best Documentary Feature category, No Other Land stood out. This collaboration between Palestinian activist Bassel Adrar and Israeli journalist Yuval Abraham chronicles the struggle against the demolition of Palestinian communities in the West Bank.
About 2 months ago, I became a father, and my hope to my daughter that she will not have to live the same life I'm living now, always fearing settlers' violence, home demolitions, and forest spill displacements.
There is a different path, a political solution without ethnic supremacy, with national rights for both of our people. My people can be truly safe if Bassel's people are truly free and safe.
Outside the Dolby Theatre, pro-Palestinian protests against Hollywood's silence on Gaza echoed the sentiments expressed on stage. As the night ended, the 97th Academy Awards once again proved that film can be more than mere entertainment.
Palestinians are known for their resilience. A powerful example is Gaza's Ramadan celebrations among the rubble. Despite the shadow of war, they lit up the streets with lamps and set beautiful tables for iftar. And that's our show. Find our latest stuff on YouTube and do subscribe to our channel. See you soon.